Hi there. Today I wanted to talk about waiting on your union and what I think you need to do instead. I think rather than waiting on this other person or the partnership that you desire, what we need to actually do and master is holding space for it. I find that it's a really interesting thing because from the moment that I met this person slash soul slash essence, I knew that's where I belong and that's who I'm supposed to be with, at least on a soul level. You know, whether it manifests as that physical vessel or otherwise, it's like I recognized my counterpart. And when that happens to you, you can't unknow what you know. You know, and I feel like there's part of me that's since then has sort of known that's inevitable on some level. So that makes it difficult to fully let go. And it's interesting because I feel like the very thing that we want the most is in this journey is the one thing that we repeatedly have to let go of. It's like you'll be put through these trials or experiences where you have to continuously, or it feels like you're continuously letting go of the same person over and over and over again. I was like, here we are connecting again, and it's like, no, but let them go, don't attach. And you're just like, I want this thing, I want this person, I want this partnership. So it can be quite challenging, and yeah, it's like we need to relinquish control and release attachment to them, but also release attachment to trying to make something happen, or to, you know, it's like orchestrate it happening or try to get it to happen in a certain way, and it's like you've got to fully give it up to God or give it up to the higher power or whatever it is that you believe in. You've got to let it unfold as it's supposed to, and continuously, that's why I teach, continuously come back to you and continuously come back to either healing yourself or just adjusting that misalignment that's creating the illusion of separation in the physical in the first place, because you've never been separate from this person in my humble opinion and experience and belief. How can you be separate from yourself? Or how can you be separate from, you know, if you describe it like the mirror, it's like that reflection in the mirror of you, like when you actually look in an actual mirror. How can you be separate from that? Like, that's you that you're seeing in the mirror. So it's an illusion that there's any separation. Yet we approach this connection and this partnership and this person with the idea that we're somehow separate. And it's like, no, you're just having an experience of separation in the physical because you're somewhere separate from yourself. You know, or you're not in your original state, you're not in your original form, you're, you know, whatever. That's not really what this video is about. What, like, the where you're misaligned. What I'm saying is that it's an illusion that you're not with this person. It's that this person has been with you and will always be with you at that soul origin point, or that soul origin state of being. And that's where the work is, returning to that place. And that's why I keep banging the same drum over and over again about it's your, like, heal your relationship to self, connect back to you. That's how we fix this, and how we draw closer to us, authentically and organically draw closer to us the partnership that we want. It's not about, this is another thing, it's not about how do I get a relationship with that person over there. It's like, how do I return to my own divine relationship, and so that I see that they are already with me, so that I see that they're my partner, or I see that they're trying to connect with me, or do you know what I mean? It's like, but I think a lot of times in this journey we go outside of ourselves and we're like, how do I get this person in this city or in this suburb or whatever, and we're trying to like constantly go to them, like trying to get them to be with us or make them want to be with us or something. And it's like, no, you've got it backwards. You need to want to be with you and continue to cultivate that relationship with you, so that draws them to you. As soon as you go out to them, you're depolarizing the magnet, as I've spoken before. You're leaving yourself to connect with yourself. It's like, no. You got to go into yourself to pull them to you, and to not make them want to connect with you, but make them, so you have the experience of them coming to you. They can't come to you, and that's the thing as well. It's like your twin is stuck reflecting you, is stuck like in your mirror essentially, and it's like they can actually come to you even if they wanted to. I mean they sort of can, but it's like it's sort of out of sync with your energy flow if they come to you when you're sort of leaving yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's like they work in tandem with you connecting with yourself, with you moving into yourself. And it's like the more that you do that, that's how you then get them to mirror you connecting to yourself. It's like you pull them to you by your inner union. And you're leaving your inner union when you're like, hey, person over there. Not that you can't talk to that person over there. Like, I'm not saying don't have communication or don't try to, connect with them on some level. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you want them to want to be with you, or you want to experience that, them naturally coming towards you, then you're going to have to move towards you. And they will mirror that to you. But yeah, back to the original. I kind of got off topic there, got kind of, on a tangent there. That happens occasionally. But yeah, it's about holding space. Like, it's like, I think it's particularly hard for the feminine when they feel like they know who they're supposed to be with. It's like you can't unknow that. So it's like, it almost makes it harder in some ways to let go of the person, because you're like, no, but I know that I'm supposed to be with that person, and then you're telling me to sort of forget that I know that, and sort of operate like it's not going to happen. It's like, no, but I know that it is. Like, it's like, I remember being with you, like so yeah. But it's like, I think a lot of people, and I started in this place, that I think a lot of people that experience this connection or these connections try to, like, they're kind of like, that person or no one, I'm waiting on that person. And it's like they sort of put themselves on a shelf for years, and it's like, no, you're missing the present if you're doing that. Yes, hold space for that person and the potential of that relationship in the physical, the same way as you're holding space for your highest expression of self. But in the meantime, be present with what's in front of you, and sort of treat them like they are your twin. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, okay, so you might have this idea of this ultimate connection, but it's like, you get there by being present with what's present with you now. So it's like, if like, because they're always with you, so you're always connecting with some version of your twin, in my opinion. So it's like, rather than being like, no, I can't connect with you because I'm waiting for Jane or John or whatever up here. It's like, no, work with what's there, because they are like a placeholder in a way, but they're also like they're, your ultimate partner, in my opinion, is your divine mirror. But it's like these other connections come in as your present mirror to show you where you're at now, and what distortion you're in, or what you need to heal, or what's still triggerable in you, or and they sort of illuminate that for you to assist you in refining your connection to self and coming into a purer connection with self, which is actually getting you closer to Jane or John that you actually think you're supposed to be with ultimately, or you know you're supposed to be with ultimately. And it's like, if we resist these connections and we're just like, no, I'm waiting for Jane or I'm waiting for John and I'm not going to connect with anyone until I get there, it's like you're missing the journey, and you're missing a lot of the juice on the journey as well. Like, you're missing out on some beautiful connections. Like, I've had some beautiful men come into my life, some intimately, some semi-intimately, or some that I've had like a level of, or I've experienced a level of intimacy with that's not been like physical sexual intimacy, but I've still experienced real depth of connection and intimacy on a different level. And they've actually helped me heal things. They've reflected things to me. They've helped me work through different issues that have been blocks to my connection to self, or blocks to my connection to who I think I'm inevitably, ultimately supposed to be with, and that is actually my divine mirror. But yeah, and we've got to keep, to go back to where I started. It's like we've got to keep going back to that original. I was gonna say, I got distracted there. We've got to keep going back to letting go over and over again of this person. And every time we connect, it's like yeah, like you feel this energy of like, I just want to be with you, I want to be near you, and it's like it constantly brings this up every time, another version of them, or you feel that connection through another form. You end up that energy comes up again of like, oh, like trying to grab at them a little, and wanting to connect with them, and wanting to be near them, and wanting to talk to them all the time. And it's like be present with you feeling that way, but also if you're still getting that sort of positive trigger, it's also a reflection to you that it's like, no, connect back to self, connect back to self, connect back to self. And the more that you connect back to self, the more you'll get them organically, naturally connecting with you and wanting to connect with you, rather than you trying to attach to them and make them want to connect with you. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So basically, hold space for your union. If you're not pulling in who you ultimately desire, or you're not able to connect fully with a form of that, just hold space for it, and but continually go back into the work and doing your own work and becoming your truest, highest, most authentic expression of self. And the one that you want will meet you there. And you will start to receive what you want. It's like so backwards, because it's like you'll start to receive what you want or what you desire, and them connecting with you the way you want when you stop needing it or you stop wanting it. It's like when you're okay on your own and you're okay, like you're not attached to them and you're not trying to get anything from them or seeking anything, that's when you can authentically pull them in and receive it all. So it's like, but it's so hard, because it's like, or it can be so hard, because you're constantly being asked to let go of the very thing that you want the most. It's like, so yeah. If there's anything I can help with, I've obviously got my channel here. You're welcome to leave comments or anything, or email me at untameyourflame@gmail.com. I also do sessions for $120 Australian. So if you're interested in that, just reach out to me. Or if there's any other way that I can help you, just let me know. And I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you.